Live. Yep. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Yahweh is the true name of our Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son, Bahashem, Rakakadash. It's in the name of the Holy Spirit, right? And it's the inspiration given unto us to edify, Lord, will you be edified. Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect, preaching His word with fear and trembling through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom to the believers who subscribe and watch. We got a lesson, dealing with the law, inspired, during class by his brother here, Yashima. It's called "The Law is Alive and Well," right? Because contrary to, what's being taught by these Christians, the law is not done away with. The law will never be done away with. The law will always remain, and it will be the standard of the earth soon as the Lord destroys this wicked kingdom, all right, whose standard is lawlessness. See, the standard of this earth is lawlessness, right? It goes against everything that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai sets up for us to live righteous by, man, which is this Bible. Is what He gave us to live righteous by, man. All right? So without further ado, we're going to get into it, Lord. Will you be edified? You go ahead, I know.
But it's Hebrews 10:7. It said, lo, I come in the volume of the book that is written of me to do thy will, O power.
Right. And what did He come to do? Right? Did He come to destroy the law? Give me Matthew 5, Yakanon. Did you have that? Matthew 5? Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I got
Go
it.
ahead.
All right, Matthew 5, 17?
Yep.
This is Matthew 5:17. Think not that I've come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Right. He said, I have not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Can you get the word fulfill in the blue letter? We bring this out all the time. So that's the Lord's own words out of His own mouth written, right? He said, I didn't come to destroy the law. And the Spirit, all right, bears witness with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai being the actual standard of the law, right? He came as the law in the flesh, right? Somebody will get that in, I believe that's John 1:14. But you got it, Yashima.
All right.
Strong's G 4137.
Which means to make full, to fill up, to fill to the full, to cause to abound, to furnish or supply liberally, to render full, to complete.
To complete, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Right, because we were never able to completely do what? Keep the Lord's law. We always fell short, right? We having to continually make sacrifices when we went off. But Yahweh Shai was the ultimate sacrifice to put an end to the law of sacrifice, not the law itself, right? But in doing that, right, which He did when He was crucified on the cross and shed His blood for us, He put an end to the law of sacrifice. In doing that, right, He's saying, I didn't come to destroy the law, meaning for you to say the law is done away with and I don't got to keep it because the Lord made the sacrifice of sacrifices, right, for all sins. But He didn't sacrifice for you to be out here sinning willfully, man, right? And this is going to explain it. Keep going.
To fulfill, i.e., to cause the Most High's will has made known in the law to be obeyed as it should be, and the Most High's promises given through the prophets to receive fulfillment.
That's what it is, man. Right? So he came to cause the Most High's laws to be made known and to be kept as they should be. Point blank, period. Is that John 1 and 14? We said the law, he said the word was made flesh. Yep.
This is John chapter 1, verse 14. And the word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth.
Right. So it says the word was made flesh. Right. This entire book is the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. As I now opened up with Hebrews what? Now let's get Psalms 40 and 7.
Psalms 47. It said, lo, I come, the volume of the book is written of me.
Let's get Baruch 4 and 1. So that's Old Testament, New Testament. Now let's get the Apocrypha, which they say is non-canonical. Go ahead.
Get this. Okay, this is Baruch. Baruch 4 and 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High and the law that endures forever.
This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, right? So this word is the commandments of the Most High. Who did he give authority to? Who did he give all dominion to? Who did he make the judge? All right. Yahushua. Yahushua is the commanding chief, right? So he is the word. He is the one that executes the law, who says what is and what isn't. They say we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. So men will beguile you and lie to you and deceive you and tell you that it's okay to eat pork, it's okay to shave your beard, all right? You don't have to keep the Sabbath. You can have sex on the Sabbath, you know. Come on, man. You gonna listen to that, or you gonna listen to the Most High, who said the law, what?
This is the book of the commandments of the Most High and the law that endures forever.
The law endures forever. Like the brother Yashimaya said, the law is alive and well, right? Is it more?
Yeah, a little bit
Go
more.
ahead.
It says, all that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Right. That's why Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, in that same, I think it's in John, no, what's that? I am the way, the truth.
14.
John 14 and 6, the water. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but by me. This word. So you got to understand his word in order to get his reward of righteousness, right? Because this is his righteousness, man. You can't receive the reward of righteousness if you don't keep the Lord's word. Because his word is his righteousness. That's why he say, well, I exalt my word. He say he exalts his word above all his name. His word is his reputation. Yahushua. That's right. Let him go to Matthew 5 and 18 and finish that, and then you got it. Matthew 5 and 18, Yashimai.
Correct?
Come.
This is Matthew 5 and 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled.
To all be fulfilled, right? Nothing's going to pass from the law till all be fulfilled, right? So the Lord's telling you, Baruch, right? Apostle Paul, all the prophets, all the men of the Lord understood this. So in today's time, who would understand this? All right, the spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets, right? So you have to listen to the men, because like it does say you ought to obey God rather than men, but guess what? The Lord operates through men. They say the scriptures is a two-edged sword.
Yep.
So you just have a Jake that don't know nothing. You'll use that scripture. Well, you a man. Why should I listen to you? Because the Lord set up men for you to listen to. But you got to be able to identify his spirit working within those men. And his spirit is where? In the scriptures.
Yep.
You got it, I know.
Back in Psalms 47, they said, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. I delight to do thy will, O my power. Yes, thy law is within my heart.
The law of the Lord, Yahweh, is in the mind of Yahweh Shai. Right? Remember, the law was first given to us orally. Right? Give me Genesis 2:7. Dr. Nunn.
Can I appreciate what you were
Can't
talking about man? You think about the man.
Mm-hmm.
But this First Thessalonians 4:8. He therefore that despises not man, but the Most High, who had also given unto us his Holy Spirit. His Holy Spirit, which is what? His word. Man. It says the word I speak unto you, they are alive, basically. John 6:63, man. You know?
Yep. Matter of fact, get that after Yakanan reads this. Genesis 2:7.
This is Genesis 2:7. It says, and the Lord power formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul.
That's when man became alive, right? When he gave them the breath of life, meaning he did what? Gave them the law orally. He put it in them, right? Remember, this is before wickedness came into the world and Eve was beguiled by the serpent. So that's when men understood how to fulfill the law, how to obey God's commandments as they should be, right? So it's a spirit that makes the law alive, right? The spirit has to be working in you for you to understand how to live righteously. John 6:63.
John 6:63. You still on the money? Okay, John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing.
It's the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing. All right, go ahead.
The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life, right? Now, the spirit is so deep, right? Like when you apply the spirit, it actually causes your physical appearance and physical things to change, man. Like so far as the dietary laws, people look at that as a carnal thing, but it's a spirit tied to us eating a certain diet, right? Because the Lord has sanctified certain animals as righteous food for the body and for the soul, right? It's a saying, nourishment for my soul. Well, you got nourishment for your soul, which is this word, but this word also tells you what's the wise diet to keep, right? Because everything works together with the flesh, right? The mind, you know, you got your blood. So if you eat these certain things, it's gonna weigh in on your mind. You're gonna have high blood pressure, headaches, all type of shit, right? That takes away from the spirit.
So count in day. You know?
Oh yeah, when they stop eating meat, they
Yeah,
eat
they
vegetables.
eat.
Yep. And we all can attest to that because you know we go on fast regularly, you know, and when we eat less meat, bread, cheese, high carbonated foods, high sugar foods, high sodium foods, when we eat, you know, clean diet, then We have more energy. We're able to think more spiritually. We're able to have a better intimate connection with your heart by Shimmy Hawashai, man. Go ahead. Go ahead, Maya.
I had Romans 13:1.
Okay.
Let every soul be subject unto the higher power,
Mm-hmm.
for there is no power but of the Most High, the power that be ordained of the Most High.
Yep.
Whoever therefore resists the power resists the ordinance of the Most High.
Right. Salaki, go back. Read that last verse again.
This is Romans chapter 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher power,
Mm-hmm.
for there is no power but of the Most High.
There is no power but of the Most High. Go ahead.
The powers that be ordained of the Most High.
The powers that be, you should say are ordained, right? The powers that be are ordained of the Most High.
Ordained.
Yeah, that be are ordained of the Most High.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Be
yeah.
is a you.
It's yeah. So it's saying that everything that's set up, right, that has life is in an order by the Most High. Everything, right? The what you got? The habitation of the fowls in the air. They have a order, right? It's certain meats they don't. It's certain things they eat. It's certain things they don't eat. It's certain birds that don't eat what other birds eat. Chickens don't eat snakes. You see, eagles do. You know, lions don't. What lions don't eat? They eat meat. They eat meat. They don't really eat vegetables. You know what I'm saying? You don't see lions eating leaves off the trees like giraffes and deer eat corn and stuff like that, nuts and stuff, man. But for lack of better words, without getting into all the details, everything is in an order, and they are all in order through the Most High, right? That's why he said, matter of fact, I might even get that one. 1 Corinthians, is it 14 and 40? Yep.
This 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 40. Let all things be done decently in order.
Yep. Let all things be done decently and in order. So when you come to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you will see what that order is. You can't do all things decently in order if you don't know the order.
Right.
If you don't have the spirit,
You don't got the spirit.
but the spirit will make you alive. Keeping the law, statutes, commandments will make you alive, man. What is it saying? Psalm 3rd chapter. I was a beast before thee, man. You know, so these people are not living, man. What is it? Can these bones live? Can these dry bones live?
Yeah, when they get the order of the spirit from your heart by Shimmy Hawashai, then we start living.
Then you can live.
Then you can live.
Hey, you
Hey,
finished
can I-
that book? The 4th chapter? Oh, they leave it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. But
I had a precept.
okay, go ahead.
This is Romans 7:12. It says, "Wherefore the law is holy and the commandment holy and just and good."
Right.
You know, and that's just plain, man. If our people understood just that alone, man, what's wrong with following the law? Like how about Shemal Shah, man? What's wrong with doing that, man? It's just and good, man. The Lord set it up just like what you're going into with the order for a reason, man. It's a reason why you shouldn't be eating bottom feeders, man, eating catfish and shrimp and all these abominable foods, man.
Niggas be eating coon and squirrel and rabbits and frogs and shit. Oh, alligators. Man, you ain't supposed to be eating that shit, man. You know?
Commit adultery, you worship other gods.
Yep.
I got a preacher to back you up, let me know. I get that.
Yep. Can I let me get something real quick? I had one slide. This 1 Corinthians 15 and 45, just going back to Genesis 2 and 7, it says, "And so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul, and the last Adam was made a quickening spirit, right? Remember John 6:63. It's the spirit that quickened it. The flesh profited nothing. So that first Adam was just a fleshly man, right? Didn't really have order. Like Esau Edom, right? Esau Edom is a fleshly man. He doesn't have order, right? You got it, or not?
This Proverbs 13-14, the law of the wise is a fountain of life to depart from the snares of death.
The law of the wise is a fountain of life, right? Because remember the way it say what? Matter of fact, get there, Yashima. Romans 6:23.
I'm right here.
You right there already?
Yeah.
All right,
That
so
was in Romans 7.
okay.
It says Romans 6:23, for the wages of sin is death.
Matter of fact, let's start up about, let's see. We'll read a couple verses through it. Yeah. Oh, so this is the chapter.
14.
Yeah. Let's start there.
Start at 14.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, this whole chapter is good to go into understanding the importance of keeping the law. But go ahead, bro.
It's Romans 6:14. For sin shall not have dominion over you, for ye are not under the law, but under grace.
Right. So we are under grace, right? Grace meaning we have time to get it right and to practice righteousness, right? We got time to practice doing the things that please the Most High, and we are to commit to those things. It say he didn't do it to the end. So what are we enduring? We're enduring the chastening of the Lord. What's the chastening of the Lord? Really, His law. Remember, the law is a schoolmaster. Get that too about the law being a schoolmaster, and then we want to look up the word schoolmaster and see what that means. Go ahead. I'll read it 14 from the top again.
All right. Romans 6:14. For sin shall not have dominion over you, for ye are not under the law, but under grace.
Go ahead.
It says, what then?
What then? Question. Go ahead.
Shall we sin?
Shall we sin?
Because we are not under the law?
Because we're not under the law, so we just do whatever the hell we want to do. Go ahead.
But under grace, the Most High forbid.
Hell no. So I don't get it, man. Well, I get it. I hate to say I don't get it when I get it.
Right.
But y'all people, man, the Most High, they say he did a number on y'all, man. Because that's plain. Shall we continue in sin? God forbid.
Right. Just broke it down.
Come on, man.
On why you should keep the law.
Come on, man.
You know? Because we are under grace. It's a grace period. So you don't use your grace period to constantly,
Sin willfully.
constantly get in more and more sin,
Yep. They say, him that knows to do good, do not. To him it is sin, man. You see, and it also said, he had not given any man license.
Matter of fact, get that.
Right.
Bible shot. Get that. Sirach 15. Bible shot, I was thinking about that. And then once you read that, go ahead and jump to
23.
23. Yeah.
15-20. Anybody got that?
Sirach 15 and 20.
I got it right here.
Go ahead.
15 and 20. He had commanded no man to do wickedly.
Yeah, commanded no man to do wickedly.
Neither had he given any man license to sin.
He ain't giving you no license to sin. The Lord ain't giving you no license saying, hey, yeah, okay. See, my son blood covered you, and you can start sinning.
Right. Now you can do
whatever you want to do. No, man. And, hey, and it's really vexing, man.
Right.
When you really understand and you see these people that think like that, like, man, you out your damn mind? Because you man, you playing with fire.
Yep.
You know?
Hey, Kawhi got a precept on the coming board. It says, Sirach 5:4, say not, I have sinned, and what harm had happened unto me.
Yeah, say not that I have sinned. So pretty much you tempting the Most High. Yeah, I committed adultery. What's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I fucked that nigga. You know how them niggas be talking. That's what them niggas be doing in them songs. They be talking. They all they do is glorify their sin. You know, and then like how them niggas be like they be talking about how they done did some sin towards another person. You know, that's what black culture and all this old rap music and shit is about, really glorifying their sins. Because they don't think that, you know, they think it's cool and they like what they saying is ain't nothing gonna happen. Read it again from the top.
It says, Sirach 5:4, say not, I have sinned, and what harm had happened unto me. For the Lord is long suffering, it will no wise let thee go.
That's why I scripture in, I was reading that today. So Rock was that, not Rock, Exodus 23 and 20. Matter of fact, I gotta get it. Whew. Man, I gotta get it.
I got one too, man.
And we're gonna let Yakanan go back to Romans 6 and read 23. Then you got yours right now, and then we'll go around. We're gonna wrap it up because I mean we can drive this point, man, to the Lord, come back to the Lord, right, and then go back to the schoolmaster. Yeah. This is Exodus 23, and the Exodus is what? One of the 5 books of the law, right? Exodus 23 and 20. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in thy way and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions. He has not given any man license to sin. And what you just read is Sirach 4, 5 and 4,
Yep.
right?
Say not, I have sinned, and what harm had happened unto me.
Let me read this again. Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgression.
Yep.
For my name is in him.
All judgment is given unto him. That's John 5th chapter. You see? What is love? Keeping of the commandments. Right. Love me, keep my commandments, man. What is sin? Transgression of the law, man.
Oh, go back, y'all can Romans 6 and 23.
This is
Romans.
Romans.
Then we're gonna get that schoolmaster, and then you got that.
This is Romans 6 and verse 23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of the Most High is eternal life through Yahushua Mashiach our Lord.
The guilt, that's the grace of understanding. What's the grace? Understanding what Yahushua is trying to teach us, right? We went into what he was trying to teach us from Matthew 5 and 17, how to fulfill the law. Go ahead, bro.
This is Galatians 3 and 24. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Hamashiach, that we might be justified by faith.
So the whole law in the beginning was to bring us to the physical law itself. The written law was always set up to bring us to Yahushua. Read that again. Remember, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It was written of me. Who gave Moses the law? Yahushua.
Galatians 3 and 24. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Hamashiach, that we might be justified by faith. But after that faith is come, we are no longer under a schoolmaster.
So what's a schoolmaster? Read the schoolmaster.
Schoolmaster.
Strong's G 3807 by Dr. Goss.
a tutor, i.e., a guardian and guide of boys among the Greeks and the Romans, that the name was applied to trustworthy slaves who were charged with the duty of supervising the life and morals of boys belonging to the better class.
So it say, read the, you got some more?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I.e., a servant whose office it was to take the children to school, by implication, figuratively, a tutor, instructor, or schoolmaster.
Right. So the whole law, like it really broke itself down, was set up to bring us to Yahweh Shai, right?
Mhm.
It was always leading up to the source of the law. The source of the law is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, right? So we couldn't keep this without seeing the example of it being kept. You know what I'm saying? First, okay, this is how it's done. And this is ultimately a thing temporary. You see, the laws was always meant to be put in us.
Right.
See, Yahweh Shai had the law in him. When he came, that's why when it say we're gonna see him as he left. But what the elect, we're gonna have to be what? Changed.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to be changed. Yahweh Shai ain't got to be changed.
Right.
He was perfect according to the law. He was made perfect according to the law.
Right.
You see?
I'm gonna read that in NLT.
Okay.
Galatians 3:24 NLT. Let me put it another way. The law was our guiding, like the law was our guardian until Hamashiach came. It protected us until we could be made right with the Most High through faith.
Yep. And that faith is faith in who? Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Yep.
This is Romans chapter 3, verse 31. Do we then make void the law through faith? God forbid. Yeah, we established the law.
Yeah, we established the law. We continue in the law because the law endures forever. Give me Sirach 19:18.
Oh,
Come.
this is Sirach 19, verse 18. It says, the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him.
And if you don't fear the Lord, you're not going to be able to please the Lord. And how do you please the Lord? By keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead.
And wisdom obtaineth his love.
Wisdom obtaineth his love. Go ahead.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, is the doctrine of life.
So it's a knowledge of what? It's a fear obtaineth his love, right?
Mhm.
What's love? The keeping of the commandments. Go ahead.
And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
How do you please the Most High? Keep his commandments.
The old other man, right?
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Yep. Keep going.
Uh,
That was verse 20.
that was 19
Yeah.
and 19.
Read through verse 20.
Verse 20, it says, the fear of the Lord is our wisdom, and in our wisdom is the performance of the law, and the knowledge of his omnipotent
Omnipotency. You can say omnipotent or omnipotence. Either way. But hey, what I like to hear is what the performance of the law is telling you. You have to execute, you have to keep the Lord's laws. That's how it's done. And you have to do it to the best of your ability, because we're not sitting here and saying that keeping the law is gonna save us, so we keep all the laws perfect. No, you understand the balance of the whole spirit, right? Because the law is spiritual. It's the scripture that tell you that the law is spiritual. Yeah, I believe so. You got some?
This is Joshua. This is Joshua chapter 1, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth,
Mm-hmm.
but thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
So you got to understand, when Joshua was on the scene, what all did he have? What all did they have? Just the law. He had the Torah. That's it. But he said definitively that this can't depart. Like this has that's the foundation. That's what built us up. The law.
That's the secret.
That's the secrets.
It's like the Most High.
That's the recipe.
That's like the Most High phone number. He had not did so with any nation.
Yep.
So they can't call him Lord. We can.
Yep. Go ahead.
What it said? This is your wisdom in the sight of the nations.
Yep.
Come on now.
Yep. Go ahead, Tamaya.
That thou mayest observe to do accordingly to all that is written therein, for then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
That's the whole way to have life abundant, man. The whole way to have a life of peace and have a life of success, as it says, really is through keeping the Lord's laws, because everything else is gonna come to naught. Every other lifestyle that you live outside of the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all right, it's gonna fail. That's what he say. They that leave it shall die. Right? You got more?
I can read now.
Okay.
This verse 9. Have not I command thee, be strong and of a good courage, be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy power is with thee whatsoever thou goest.
Right. So we're always conscious of Yahweh Shem Yahushua wherever we go and whatever we're doing. We're trying to follow his laws. Like, remember, this is the guide. This book is what guides us, man. And it's a book of laws, statutes, commandments, morals, principles, right? And it's telling you what happened, and it's examples of what happens when you do and when you don't keep his law, all throughout the book. Where did King David start catching hell? He broke the law. Come on, man.
It's Romans 7:14. For we know that the law is spiritual.
Say what?
For we know that the law is spiritual.
For we know that the law is spiritual. You can't kill the spirit.
Oh man, NLT here too.
Come on, man.
It said, but I am carnal, sold under sin. Now watch this. Romans 7:14. It say, it says, so the trouble is not with the law. Remember, y'all know about Romans 7:12, wherefore the law is holy, right? So 14 NLT. So the trouble is not with the law, for it is spiritual and good. The trouble is with me, for I am all too human, a slave to sin.
Say, I am all too human, a slave to sin. So these bodies, like I say, was made subject unto vanity, subject unto sin. But the law is spiritual. That's why we struggle so much with it, right? Because these bodies weren't. See, Yahushua body was made through the spirit, right? It was a. Don't get me wrong. He had a physical mother and a father.
That's right.
But it was set up in the spirit, right? For him to be born the way that he was born. He had the perfect birth according to the law. When you go into Isaiah and you go into even 2 Samuel, when he told King David, everything happened according to the spirit. And you can't do nothing against the spirit. I say you can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. So when you dealing with the law, you have to understand that there's a spirit tied to it. The law is spiritual itself. Can't do away with it. Come on, man. Come on, man.
You walk in the flesh.
You can only do away with yourself, and then your spirit will return back to the law that it was given by. Go ahead, bro.
Leave it on that.
Go ahead, Doc.
This is 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and keep his commandments are not grievous.
And his commandments are not grievous. So we have to understand, like, it's not hard. It's just you want to do whatever the hell you want to do to please your flesh, right? But there's things that really are lawful for you to do to please your flesh, right? These same Christians will tell you Noah went off because he drank wine and passed out in his tent. But the law says that it's good to drink. You know, it's made good for men, right?
So Yahushua was out there. Yahushua was around.
They call Yahushua wine bill. That's what I said. So okay, so how you gonna say it's something wrong with drinking and Yahushua drink wine?
We gotta drink wine on the Passover.
You have to drink wine. That's in the law. It's a law to drink wine. Hey, you sure right. That's a law. So how you gonna get away from that? Right? But it also says too that let all things be done in moderation. And then there's a time and place for every judgment, right? So you have to know, you can't just be drinking without temperance, without self-control. But anyway, that's another topic. But you had something, Maya? You just read it.
Yeah, I just read.
Go to Acts.
Yeah, so you had something you had brought out earlier too. Was it in Luke? Yeah. You got it already?
No, we ain't never
That Luke what? 24?
Yeah, let's get that. And you got something?
No.
Okay, so we you got the Acts 20, 28, and 23?
I can get it.
Okay. We'll close out on that because when these Christians do come with this doctrine of okay. Hey, Shalom, please, y'all some Shabbat. Good, bro.
Standpoint. And then even like you stated, Yahushua drank wine, but you know what's so heavy is because he did it in a moderate fashion. If that makes sense. So when they called him a wine bibbler, it was really an assassination of him. Because think about it, Yahushua never got, because if he got drunk, he would have been compromised. So therefore, when he drank wine, it was on a moderate level. You see what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with drinking wine and things of that nature, but at the same time frame, from Yahushua's standpoint, he was that lamb without blemish, meaning he never sinned. But Noah drank wine and he got drunk, but did he go on? No. But when it came to Yahushua, it was just a different step because he had to be that ultimate sacrifice, if that makes sense.
Hey, beautiful. Hey, the water priest. Hey, beautiful.
Yeah. Y'all got me amped up, so I had to call in. I didn't know.
Hey, the water for tuning in, priest. Hey, the water, man, for that too, bro.
Hey, anytime, bro. But hey, I'm gonna keep watching, man. Hey, may Most High continue to bless this ministry. Hey, Yahweh Shalom.
Shalom. Hey, bro, that's beautiful. Like, hey, as a matter of fact, I want to get it's in the Apocrypha about how wine was made for men. Like I say, like it's really another topic, but since the brother brought it up, because we did mention it, and he brought that beautiful edification out to add unto what we were building on already, let's just get it, you got it.
I got it. I'll bring it out. This is Act 31:27. Wine is as good as life to a man.
Yep.
If it be drunk moderately.
Mm-hmm.
What life is then to a man that is without wine?
Right.
For it was made to make man glad.
Yep. Yep. And then on the spiritual aspect too, this truth is compared to wine. It's parabolic to wine. Right. But also the philosophies of this world is compared to wine. So there's a balance. And Yahweh Shah was in that, he was always in that perfect balance, you know, of the good wine, you know. But that was the point on that.
That's the point. I mean, I keep going, but
yeah, that was pretty much the point on that. And what do we have lined up?
Acts 28.
I got it.
He got it.
I thought we had something in Luke.
Luke, yeah. What did
Luke
Luke?
first?
Yeah, get the Luke, and then we'll get the
24,
Acts.
27.
Because like I was saying about Apostle Paul is like what these Christians try to use as refuge to justify their doctrine of the law being done away with and them not having to keep the law. There's nowhere in any of Paul's writings where it indicates that you don't have to keep the law.
Right.
You know, as a matter of fact, there's several points
Right.
and several precepts where he's telling you directly, right, that you have to keep the law, right? And that's what he was teaching out of. So, matter of fact, go ahead and get the Acts and we'll end with the Luke.
Okay. All right. This is Acts 28 and 23. It says, and when they had appointed him a day, there came many to him and to his lodging, to whom he expounded and testified the kingdom of the Most High, persuading them concerning Yahweh Shai.
Right. So all these people, all right, which were really disciples, all right, coming to learn of Yahweh Shai. Apostle Paul was teaching them about Yahweh Shai. How was he teaching them about Yahweh Shai? Go ahead.
Both out of the law of Moses.
Out of the law of Moses. So for you, you people that don't understand how the Old Testament is of Yahweh Shai, Apostle Paul saying right here, he was teaching, because that's all he had to teach. The New Testament wasn't written yet. So he's telling you that the way that he was teaching was the people was through the law of Moses and through the prophets. Go ahead, bro.
It says both out of the law of Moses and out of the prophets.
Mm-hmm.
From morning to evening.
From morning to evening. Just like the brother read in Joshua, you know, this book of the law should not depart out of thy mouth. Right? And that's what was going on during the time of the apostles, you know. They were constantly going into the law, as it is written, you know. What we doing here today, still got, you know, we really go into it. We really read out of the Old Testament more than we do the New Testament a lot. This is a lot of prophecies in the New Testament that hadn't been, you know, been fulfilled, right? Go ahead, bro. Okay, come.
This is John chapter 5, verse 45. Do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuses you, even Moses, in whom ye trust. Verse 46. For had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me. For he wrote of me. Verse 47. But if ye believe not his writing, how shall ye believe my words?
Hey man, these are some cold cuts. And you know, Yahweh Shai being the chief judge, a lot of times the things that's written of what he said, like puts the nail in the coffin, for lack of better words, like think not that I come to destroy the law. If you would have believed Moses, you would have believed me. Come on, man.
Read down 27, verse 44.
All right. This is Luke 24 and 25. Then he said unto them, O fools, and slow of heart to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Ought not Hamashiach to have suffered these things and to enter into his glory? And beginning at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded it unto them in all the scriptures, the things concerning him.
Concerning himself, man.
Mhm.
You see, he explained all the things that written of himself, man. That explain himself, basically, man.
He went to the law and to the prophets
You said 44.
to testify of him, because it is testifying of him. Matter of fact, we're gonna end on Isaiah 8 and 20.
Good.
Go ahead.
Okay, verse 44. And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled.
All things must be fulfilled. They now come to destroy the law but the prophet, man. Ever us shall pass away, but not my words, man.
Which were written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me.
Yep. This is going back to the opening precept. Lo, I come in the volume of the book. It's written of me. It say to do thy will.
Yep.
Yep.
Read Hebrews 10 chapter.
Yep.
It's on Isaiah 8:20. To the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them.
Right. And remember, the judgment is if any man take away from anything written in this book, the name shall be taken out of the Lamb's book of life. Right. So you can't say nothing in this book is null and void. Like everything from, like you say, from the least period, comma, exclamation point, whatever's written has very vital importance, man. So you can't take nothing from it. Right? Again, the law is alive and well, man. And if you knew better, you do better. Right? So Lord, will you will edify, all praise, honor, glory again be unto
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our teachers, apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Bob Babal.
Bob Babal.
May rise Israel, destroy confusion. Shalom Labakar.
Shalom.